My guest tonight, the hardest working comedian in show business. He is the Emmy Award-winning host of The Tonight Show on NBC. Glad to have him back. Please welcome Jay Leno, ladies and gentlemen.
I love this topic. We would spend hours at my house watching bad TV.
That's what we used to do every night during the week, around 11:30. Around 4 or 5 comedians. We'd go up the hill to Jay's place, Seinfeld and Jimmy Brogan and Jimmy Edwards. We'd get up there, and we'd just sit and watch bad TV until 4 in the morning and piss on everything, man.
But wonderfully bad. The classic bad are like the Quinn Martin shows. Because the Quinn Martin shows always had an epilogue. Remember, we'll be back with the epilogue. And the epilogue was always there for people too stupid to figure out what had happened up to that point. The FBI had an epilogue. The FBI, Act 5, the epilogue. You'd watch the show, a guy go into the bank, shoot a guy in the head, take the money. And then the epilogue, they would say, when Larry went into the bank and shot the other guy in the head, that was the robbery. And people go, yes. Yes, that's why the epilogue was there. That's why it's there.
And you know, you were sadistic. If any comedian had done like a bad TV appearance any time in their life, Leno has it on VHS and he'd whip it into the thing.
Well, the classic one was our friend Bobby Kelton.
Right.
Bobby Kelton, comedian. So I'm one night at the Improv. I said, Bobby, what are you doing? I did this terrible. Oh, never mind. I said, what? No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I said, what is it? Oh, this guy is like $50 to do a show on the beach. It's nothing worse than standing in the sand in dress shoes and a suit doing a show. It was called Teen Talk. And here's Kelton on the beach in Santa Monica, wind blowing. Hey, kids, and kids are running by, throwing sand at him. Very funny comedian, but a terrible shot, as we've all had terrible shots. I said, when is it on? I'm not even going to tell. I don't even think it'll be on. Months go by. I'm up one night. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's see what's on. Coming up next, Teen Talk. Teen Talk! I slam the cassette in. I tape it. I call Kelton, 4:30 in the morning. Hello, Bobby? Yeah, it's Leno. Leno, what do you call me for? Hang on. Teen Talk. Ah! Ah! I hear him screaming.
I remember one night you had somebody remember that puppet Madam used to have a show? Remember that?
I was on Madam's Place. Did you ever do Madam's Place?
No, I couldn't get on. That's how fucked up my career was. The puppet passed on me.
I used to love Mannix. Mannix was another show. Have you ever watched Mannix? Mannix had a car. It was some sort of like, it was like a huge car, like a mid-60s Cadillac or something, or Oldsmobile, but it had been converted to a 2-seater, had a cut-down windshield, painted like gold, had rockets on the side. Like a huge, it was like Mannix car. When you were a kid, you could buy the model, had a jet engine, you know, the most ridiculous looking thing. And he would tail people in this car, and then he'd go, get down. I mean, you're in a gold car with rockets. But the best bad TV, I always liked mid-60s when they tried to, you know, racially, television is so far behind. And when you watch these shows from the 60s where they try to integrate the program, there'd always be a black guy who would give his life for the white guy. So he would be the good black guy, you know. Like they go on safari to Africa. And now the black people own Africa. And here's the white hunter. I'll go ahead of you, boss. And then the black guy would give his life, and he would go, he was quite a guy. What? What? You own the country. Kill the white guy.
Remember Franklin Ajayi used to always say that you knew the black guy in the landing party on Star Trek was always going to get killed. Remember? They'd go down, they'd get hit with a ray, and they'd ask for a tricorder reading. Go, Captain, the brother is a cube.
But there is that underlying thing. You see it in movies, too, like a movie like Dangerous Minds.
Yeah.
Now, you watch this movie, but it has to be, you have to have the white person go into the black community.
Right.
There couldn't be a black person go into the black community. You know, it's got to be a white person in the black community. Why? So now we can learn. You know.
I'd like to teach the world to sing. All right, we got some phone calls for you, Jay. Oh, wait, do the Bonanza thing first. Oh, we'll do Mike first. Line 7, we got Mike from St. Charles, Missouri. Mike, go ahead, babe.
Yeah, well, hey, the first caller. Wow, I'm honored.
All right, Mikey.
How are you, Mike?
Anyway, listen, do either of you feel, or rather are you frightened by the fact that the Nielsen ratings are a major contributor in what is referred to as bad TV?
Well, I think TV has gotten better. I mean, you look at ER and some of these shows. I mean, they are good shows. See, my favorites are always shows. Like, here's something.
Well, this is not to denigrate television. This is a celebration of bad TV.
But
I love bad TV.
I'll give you a classic. Again, in terms of the racial thing. They did this 25 years ago on TV. They still do it today. I was going around the Dow one night, Nick at Night, and Bonanza's on. Now, remember Hop Sing from Bonanza?
Yeah.
They did this 25 years ago on television shows. They still do this today, especially on sitcoms. Why is it whenever a person of Asian descent enters a room in a TV show, the producer always feels the need to put in that stupid melody? What am I going to think he's a Klingon? When a black guy comes, they don't play Sweet Georgia Brown. Oh, look, a white guy. How much is that dog? But they all do ever so slightly. Oh, I see. He must be Asian.
Well, what about the brothers on Bonanza? That was always my favorite joke. You got to do that joke.
The joke was, the ridiculousness of it was the fact that you had three sons, none of which looked like the father, and the oldest kid was bald and older than Lauren Green. That was the thing. That was basically the thing that bothered me the most about the program.
That used to be the last joke in your act.
Bald and older than him. Good night.
I almost didn't recognize it with a good night because you were at the door and out for a hot dog. It was like, good night. Line 6, we've got Angelo from West Palm Beach, Florida. Angelo?
Hey, Dennis.
Listen,
hey, how you doing?
Okay, guys taking the calls. If anybody named Angelo calls from West Palm Beach, Florida, put them through right away, okay? Go ahead, Angelo.
Yeah, right there with you. You guys are great, so I don't want you to think my question's a reflection on you at all. It's more for buddy mine, Peter, up north. Anyway, the question is this. Don't you think that the lack of intelligent content on most of the shows today sort of acts like an incubator breeding stupidity within society?
I don't want to tell you, I don't know what the hell you said, but I'm gonna tell Mike Reeder up north I don't know what the hell you said. I don't even know what that meant, Angelo.
Just don't you think that there's not much intelligence on the shows today, and that when people watch it, they kind of take that out into the world with them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
okay, now, oh, I got to do the news. Can you stick around?
I'll
Watch
stick
me do
around,
the news.
yeah.
Okay, Jay Leno, folks. We'll be right back.